guys? This is Jerry speaking. Welcome to TheCrazyBunch's WebShow episode 44, and today we're having two deaf topics along with a special message to my mom, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do deaf topics right now. Shall we? So we got Joyce Lloyd. She was born Susanna Bard, known as Joyce for her stage name, 1949 to 2020, but was an American dance director, actress, daughter, producer, director, and actor Norma Lloyd and Peggy Lloyd, who was also an accomplished Broadway actress and director. Lloyd's roles on the Annie Graves Show, including her 1962-1965 portrayals of the iconic character Linda Crosswifey, how you pronounce her last name, As a teenager in Los Angeles, California in the late 50s, Joyce Lloyd gained on set experiments in television production by absorbing her father's acting and directorial work on Alfred Hitchcock Presents. On that series in 1959, she performed her first speaking role on television in the episode called Graduating Class, which she directed by Herschel Daughtry. And involved her father as associate producer, Lloyd portrays Vera Carson, Year after the role in Graduating Class, Lloyd inevitably uncredited performance as a girl in the New Year's Eve party in the film called Stud's Luncheon. She then returned to television between 1960 and 1967, where she worked on various variety of series. She has two initial roles of Alfred Hitchcock Presents, starting with as well as multiple performances on Dr. Kildare, the Alfred Hitchcock Hour, 1964 episode called Bar in the Barn, The Farmer's Daughter, and finally The A. Graves Show. Initial television series in which Lloyd should be seen in both dramatic and comedic roles, including this man, Dawson, Channing Had Gone Will Travel, The Twilight Zone, 1963 episode, This Old Man in the Cave, My Three Sons, World 66, The One Hot Summer, and Initial Wife. Following performance at Miss Yvette Lately had been announced an Initial Wife in 1967. Lloyd appears to have ceased working entirely on television for no subsequent credits have thus far been found for that document her involvement in the medium either in the front of behind the camera. Lloyd's role is Linda Crosswhite. Joyce Lloyd, between 1961 and 1965, appeared in 4 episodes of the Annie Graves Show on 2 occasions in the role of the mayor's daughter, Joanna, how you pronounce it, in Mayberry, North Carolina. In 2 other episodes in her member's role, Linda Crosswire Wave, how you pronounce it, in 1962. And she was cast for the first time in this odd, socially handicapped Linda in Boy Meets Men's Broken Heart, Lloyd returned to the same character 3 years later as Scuba in The Art of Love, which initially aired on February 1st, 1965, and in the 1962 episode, Linda's presumptive date for Sheriff Andy Taylor, arranged by his ever-meddlesome deputy Barney 5 Don Knotts and Barney's girlfriend, Femma Lou, Betty Lynn. Linda's again social dating in the 1965 episode, yet in the second edition, she is paired for the towel's kind but bubbling gas station attendant, Scuba pal, George Lindsay. And she died early last year. My last deaf topic has to do with Jay Barkley. Now, she was an American correspondent for NBC News, focused on space travel. He was a only journalist to have covered every non-commercial human space mission in the United States. Began with the first American in space, Alan Shepard, aboard the Freedom 7 in 1961. Continuing first the last mission of the space shuttle Atlantis STS-135 mission in July of 2011. He was present for all 135 space shuttle launches, and every man launched for the Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo eras. Okay? No, he witnessed 166 human space launches. Okay? Barbary grew up in a farming farm in Erie County, Georgia, and entered the United States Air Force in 1950 when he was 16 years of age. Following the Air Force, Barbary began his broadcast journalism career at WARB in Albany, Georgia, where in 1957 he was at Sputnik's spent booster rockets burning in the sky, and then wrote radio and TV reports about the Soviet Union's launching the first obstacle satellite. Okay. Career reporting. Barbary was so interested in the space program, he paid for his own ticket going to Cairo in Florida in 1957 to watch IPTAP Vanguard launch. The failed launch was one Barbary did not forget. There's in addition that we can see the flames. Barbary report Vanguard's engine is lit and is burned. But wait a moment. There's no lift off. Okay, it appears to be crewing and incorporating in its own fire. It's burned the pad. Vanguard has crumbled in the flames. It failed, ladies and gentlemen. Vanguard has failed. Jeez. Early the next year, he returned to witness the successful launch of Apollo 1 on January 31st, 1958. All the white called in this report to WALB. Initially, Barbary was hired by radio station WEZY at Cocoa Beach and working as traffic reporter, covering the space program as well. 6 months later, Barbie joined NBC as a part-time space program reporter, eventually moving up to full-time. Over the years, Barbary has been offered as a university to move to Washington, D.C. or New York City, but he turned every offer, preferred to stay in the report. When he was quickly became his passion, space flight. But that's a job where you have to be wherever you like it or not. Okay, a certain member of the space family. In 1958, the same year, okay, while in the restroom, Barbie overheard a general in the NASA official talking about an upcoming launch called Project Score, one of the early American satellites. This will become one of Barbie's many scoops. Big of digging. He found the president Eisenhower, how to pronounce it, Dwight Eisenhower. Okay, Dwight D. Eisenhower. So okay, I misspoke. But anyway, would use the satellite to broadcast a pre-programmed recorded Christmas message for outer space. While Score launched in 1958, Barbary broadcast a story, knowing the military would not deny it once the satellite was in space. In the early days of the space program, astronauts and reporters would often socialize together in Coastal Beach. What has been a very different relationship today. Barbie described his relationship with the astronauts in the essay "Frantic Confident," how to pronounce it. Okay, often going out there with them or socializing together with the astronauts weren't Tom. In this book, Barbary wrote that in 1961 album Shepard told him an off-the-record fact. He was going to be the first American astronaut in space. Wow. Barbary noted that he were to report this. It was not only jeopardized the friendships, okay, but possibly his career as well. But he said nothing. Barbary has recounted a conversation with Gus Grissom about the astronauts' concerns regarding Apollo not long before the fatal Apollo 1 fire. Barbie's association with the astronauts has been some expected bonuses as well. Neil Armstrong carried the gold coin to the moon on Apollo 11. 4. Barbary and Pete Conrad flew special several flags and patches on Apollo 12, which Barbie was later handed out to friends. In the early 80s, when NASA developed the Teachers in Space program, a similar institute, Germans in Space, was developed. Okay, Barbary was one of the first 40 finalists to be selected in Germans in Space. Okay, in 1986, following the Space Shuttle Challenger accident, Barbie was placed a telephone call to a friend, a retired employee from NASA, who was to follow Barbary, who went to the Kennedy Space Center, look over the accident information about the analyst be done, and report the early findings to Barbary. Okay. Coincidentally, Barbary was the first journalist to report the destruction of the Space Shuttle Challenger family of rings. He was also part of the NBC News space unit that won the Emmy Award for NBC coverage of the Apollo 11 moon landing. Following the 2003 Space Shuttle Columbia accident, Barbary was the first reporter to break the news of the international at NASA's memo expressing concerns about the foam striking for the officer's left wing during ascent. In 1995, NASA's awarded him with recognition for being the only journalist known to have covered all 100 flights. Wow. Among those present in the ceremony were several NASA officials, Alan Shepard and Space Shuttle Commander Robert L. Gibson. In 2011, Barbary was honored by the Space Foundation as a recipient of a Douglas S. Morrow Public Outreach Award in recognition to the role he played in shaping the way the nation views and understands space. Barbary was one of the longest serving networks correspondents to work continuously on a single subject. He started working at NBC on July 21st, 1958, covering the space program and remained the best until his retirement in 2017. He never missed a mission launch, despite suffering a heart attack while jogging along Dover Beach in 1987, while being declared coincidentally dead from several minutes. Following his heart attack, he had bypass surgery, still not missed any launches. In 2018, Barbary received NASA's Chronicle Award with his name added to the Chronicle's wall at the Kennedy Space Center press site. Writing. Barbary was the author and co-author of 8 books, including 2 memoirs. In 1993, Shepard, Paul Mercury, astronaut Deke Salin, journalist Howard Benedict. Barbary started to write a book, Moonshot, the inside story of America's race to the moon. Salin was a prominent in name only and died before the book was completed. Okay. Barbie's book, Life of Cape, okay, misspoke, but anyway. Barbie's book, Life of Cape Canaveral, covering the space race from Sputnik to today, was released on August 28th, 2007, to conclude for the 50th anniversary of spaceflight. That began with Sputnik 1 launch on October 4th, 1957. The foreword was written by Tom Burkwell, who now retired. Barbary's book attempts to illustrate how the media has changed in the coverage of the space programs from the early enthusiasm, how you pronounce it, to relative disinterest. Barbary say he wrote the book because it has looked back over his career. Well, recalling all the people he have worked with, very few were left. There are an awful lot of guys who are here for the early days, no longer here. So I thought, well, if that story was going to be told, I got to do it. Okay. He said okay, never mind. He said that he had stayed away from the assassination, how to pronounce it, the space program, okay? Of those associated with it. Okay. It commented that he would not put some items that could be considered harmful in this newest book. Stated the whole idea with the book is not to hurt somebody. Barbie attempted to illustrate his memoir by telling a private investigator who approached him with audio tape which arguably contained proof of the Terminator might have announced an affair involving astronauts. Barbie told the investigator he would speak to his superiors, but then proceeded to erase the tape. Okay? Barbie also contributed with Martin Collier on a number of non-fiction works, such as This Stage in Mars and Art, Myth, and Science, published by Penguin in 1997, and A Journey Through Time, exploring the universe with the Hubble Space Telescope, published by Penguin in 1995, year I was born. Barbie also wrote the nomination of Pirate Air, an episode of $6 Million Man, a television series based on the college novel Cyborg Warner in 1975. Personal life. Barbie married Joe Ressinger, who we met while covering her participation in Florida Beauty Passions in 1960. They live in Merritt Island. They have 3 children, Steve, Aliska, and Cara. Their son Scott died in family following the premature birth. He died in Florida on May yesterday. He was 87 years old. Now we're going to have a moment of silence in dedication to both Joseph Lloyd and Jay Barbary. Thank you. Rest in peace, Josie Floyd and Jay Barbary. Now, before we go for this episode, I want to wish my mom a happy birthday. Now, if you watch this, Mom, I want to say happy birthday to you. This might be a great birthday episode for you, and CrazyBunch's WebShow episode might be up for you, and this might be a great birthday episode for you, but that's just me. I didn't repeat this twice, but anyway. But anyways, guys, double episode of CrazyBunch's WebShow episode number 44. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be an update video for the day. May 15th, 2021. Till next time, so Joe's goodbye. Peace out, baby. Get more videos, guys, very soon. Till then, Joe saying out. See ya.